Hi everyone and welcome to this video. I'm so glad you could join me. In today's video I just quickly want to look at a couple of cryptocurrencies, what they did the last couple of days and roughly 10 days ago, and what they would do in the next couple of days, what my opinions are, and so on. So let's jump into it. The first cryptocurrency we're going to look at, of course, is Bitcoin, the number one of them all. I'm using the Coinbase exchange, and we're going to use the 4-hourly chart on this chart on this video. So if we could see here what Bitcoin did the last couple of days, you would see Bitcoin went from the 8th of February till today. It went up roughly 17.5%. It did test the 4,000 level the last couple of hours, and it retraced a bit already. So if you would see here, Bitcoin is up 17.15% in the last 11 days and 12 hours. In this process of Bitcoin ramping up to these levels and actually meeting this 4,000 resistance level, we're going to talk about that now, Bitcoin formed a bullish flag, a bull flag. Okay, and this is just a indicator, well, not an indicator, but just a pattern we need to look at with Bitcoin, because I have a feeling we're gonna see this a couple of times, going back to the 5,800 level, hopefully breaking the 6,500 level in the next couple of months. Do I think Bitcoin is going to go above that levels? Of course, I am definitely bullish on Bitcoin. That is my opinion. That is how I feel about this cryptocurrency and what it can do in the next couple of years. But on a time frame, I'm not gonna say and state. I feel definitely Bitcoin is going to reach a certain level. At a certain stage. That would be ludicrous. I can't say that for sure. Only fortune tellers does things like that. So if you can look here, the indicators, or what we can actually see on this chart, is Bitcoin did have a good volume spike, pushing the Bitcoin price level up to 3,600. It did form this bullish flag, and it broke again very nicely and upwards, and we are actually testing now the 4,000 level, and this is a level I am actually looking at where Bitcoin should struggle a whole bit. Bitcoin would struggle on this 4,000 level, on a psychological level, as well as it is a level that Bitcoin has to break above and stay above for a couple of weeks to form a good foundation. We haven't seen a price above the 4,000 level and staying above the 4,000 level in a couple of months. Actually, you could see here we peaked over the 4,000 level, retraced a bit, tried a higher high again, formed a higher high again to just under the 4,200. We actually touched 4,200 here on the Coinbase exchange. It went back down again, tested the 4,000, stayed there for a couple of days, and it went down again. And we haven't stayed above 4,000, the 4,000 level, actually since this whole drop off we saw last year in November, which was an ugly drop off, and nobody wants to see that again, of course. But that we need to look at these things, and we need to look in Bitcoin's history to see what we can assume as a possibility that can happen. So anyway, so for me personally, I think the 4,000 level is really going to be a barrier to get over. I think we're going to test it a bit. We will break it eventually, but we will retrace back down again. And for me, I just want to see a good solid foundation for Bitcoin to stay here and move to the next level. And the next level to consolidate above is the 4,250 level. Now, for those who are in Bitcoin for a couple of years now, would actually know that Bitcoin used to jump in $500 pairs, which was actually funny. And the $500 spike, it would retrace a bit. $500 up, it will retrace a bit. But I think that won't be happening soon again. I think we will have to go through the 4,000 level, then break through the 4,250 level after we have been struggling to being in a channel actually for a couple of weeks. Only then break above 4,250, and then we need to stay there and consolidate there for a bullish sentiment actually. So this is what I'm seeing on the Bitcoin chart. Not anything exciting to tell you. It's going to 20,000 tomorrow, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. Let's quickly look at Ethereum. Ethereum went absolutely crazy the last couple of days. It outperformed Bitcoin by a mile, for for further than a mile probably. So Ethereum went up 41.6% in the last 11 days. The same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up 17%. Ethereum did far better than that, 41.6%. Oddly, the thing for me with Ethereum, the next resistance I'm looking at is the 161 level. $161 level. That would be the next resistance and a key resistance Ethereum needs to break. The good thing is we can see that volume has been spiking up, and this is a good indicator that this has been sustained by volume. So that is good. Another thing I just want to add with this video, or for me a personal opinion, if I can say it like that, is, and this is not a secret, this is definitely common sense, is when a cryptocurrency, when a stock, when a normal currency, whatever the asset you are trading might be, when it goes up quickly, when a asset shoots up quickly, it has always the tendency to retrace. That is what it normally does. That is why technical analysis is very intricate, and you can learn it. You can learn how to see these things. For me, what I'm looking at for Ethereum to do to set itself up to break the 161 level is I'm looking for Ethereum to retrace back down to a previous resistance, which is these levels, but also formed a support already in Ethereum's history, which was in December last year, and it acted as support once here. You could see acted as resistance, and it broke here very, very nicely. Now for me, I would think Ethereum can retrace back to $132. We'll need to see what the market and the market sentiment would be, but it would be highly likely, in my opinion, that it would go back to 132, retest it, and then have a solid foundation to go up to 161. That is, in my opinion, that is what I'm looking at, and I think we're gonna struggle at the 161 level as well. Definitely something that makes me glad is at a volume at these levels would help Ethereum well away to break above 161, and then also test the 175 level, which these levels are I'm looking at would also be a sort of retracement, not retracement, a resistant level, but it won't be as major as this 161 level. So that will be all for Ethereum, but Ethereum has been performing quite nicely the last couple of days and week. Then Ripple. Let's quickly look at Ripple here. If you would see, if I can just quickly zoom out a bit, you would see Ripple had a bad couple of months actually, just in this downward trend line forming, and it hasn't been good for Ripple supporters. Definitely not good. But we could see here with all these touches, we can actually count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That 7 touches. What we had on this, this downward trend line, and just overall downward trend sentiment of Ripple. And we could see here it had a good breakout, and it actually broke out with good volume and sustained above a previous resistance level, which is roughly 33 cents, roughly 33.8 cents. So yeah, this for me personally is a very good indicator or price movement from Ripple. That is the right word. Price movement from Ripple. I'm very glad it actually broke through it. It did have a bit of a retest there. It didn't retest completely on the trend line, but it did have a sort of a retest there. It went up, broke the 33 cents previous resistance level. It is retesting it right now as we speak, retesting it, and we will see what Ripple does forward. So yeah, this is the only things I'm looking at the moment. I thank you for your time and your patience. I really hope what I'm sharing in this videos is actually on value towards you. If you have any comment, please, just if you have anything to share, comment on the video below, in the comment section below. Give it a thumbs up if you felt it add value. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching.